Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at the Transformers Legacy Evolution Deluxe Class Needlenose figure. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to unbox him live in a second, have a look at the entire contents of the packaging. We're then going to have a detailed look at him in both of his modes, help you decide how you want to display him. We're going to see how he compares with his original Generation 1 self, and indeed the Target Masters as well. And we can also have a look at how he compares and displays with some of the other Legacy Evolution figures that have been released already as well. Right, so before I start to cut this open, I'd like to remind anybody who's not subscribed to this channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now, please, because it really will help me out. Also, we can take a chance to have a look at the beautiful artwork on the side of the box. I need to get two so we can put them together and see what they look like making an actual poster. I'm sure that'll be quite good. And also we can see there we've got, of course, the robot inside the windowless box, and indeed the alternate mode there. There we've got the full artwork of the full robot, and there indeed is a zoom in of the bust and head sculpt. Looking fantastic. There's a QR code there. I'm not sure if this will work, but if you want to, you can scan that now and see his tech specs as well. Right, I'm going to take I'm going to try and open them up from the bottom, just to not damage the box too much. And I was really lucky. I went to do a sightings video and I found this in a local Smith store. So we were quite concerned in the UK that we weren't going to get Evolution because they hadn't advertised it. There was none up for pre-order, and then all of a sudden they were just in stock. So hence why I went and brought it. Right, why am I struggling so much with this? There we go. Right, so let's have a look. And to be honest, this is one of the figures from this toy line that I am really looking forward to see, because again, it's just a G1 homage. I love the G1 homages. Remember having pretty much, I'm sure I had this as a child. He looks huge. That is a really big looking Deluxe figure. That looks fantastic. His Target Masters must be wrapped up in the back of there. Yes, I presume they are. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set them free and I'll come straight back to you. Okay then, so I've literally just set him free, and already I can tell this guy is going to be fantastic. There's just a couple of little things that we need to do straight away, and that is just tidy up the back there. The nose jet will fit into them tabs, and also this comes separate, and it looks like on that picture this is going to attach there as well. We'll do some more first impressions in a second. I just want to show you the other parts because we've of course got the Target Masters. So if we have a look at Zigzag first, there's no articulation on these, but in all honesty I'm not fussed at all because there wasn't on the originals. So it's in honesty it's a bit of a homage as well. And again, I understand the point that Mark said. It was obviously cost effective. The only way to get the Target Masters, wow, this is stiff, there we go, was of course to have them exactly like this. Right, that is, as you can see, it's brand new. There we go, it's pretty much clicked in now. I'll sort that out properly in a second, but there is of course Sunbeam, and here is, no sorry, that was Zigzag, and this is Sunbeam, so this should slot in much easier. But they are quite big, and he seems really big as well. He looks stunning. So we've got articulation in the head. It nods up and down, twists side to side. The shoulders will go all the way around, and they're not restricted really by the wings. Obviously you can't go much further back, but you can fold them out of the way, and you've got even more movement there. You've got a waist, have we? Yep, we've got a waist swivel. If you're wondering why I'm a bit unsure, it's because with all these new figures, yes, I look at the pictures, but I never see anybody else's reviews. I like to do first-hand impressions straight off. So the hips, side, front, back, it gets underneath there as well. So even, oh no, it still catches the back of that ever so slightly, but that could be because I've turned it. Knee rock, ankle tilt and rock, shoulder, bicep swivel, flexion, and they've even got a wrist swivel as well. Now I know that some people won't really like the gaps in the forearms or in the back of the legs there. For me, it doesn't really bother me. I know it really bothers some people, but for me it just doesn't at all. The articulation on him is great, and ironically enough, I just recently reviewed this comic on my channel, and there he is on the front, and somebody put in the comments it'd be so good to be able to recreate some of these pictures, and again some of these scenes they've taken with these, which were very much unarticulate figures originally. Right, there's not much more to say about these with first impressions. What we're going to do now is have a look at him in his alternate mode, and then we'll come back and then do some more displays afterwards. So here we are back in the alternate mode, and as you can see, looking stunning. Quick apologies for no transformation process in this video. That is for a couple of reasons. One is to keep the main length of this video down, and two is not to spoil it for anybody who doesn't want it ruining and they want to experience that first transformation process for themselves. But there you go, look at it. Brilliant. These of course are tamper graphed on. They do look like actual stickers. It could actually be plastic, the colour of the plastic. Now I'm looking at that, not too sure. Decepticon labels are definitely tamper graphed on, obviously because it's over there, but it looks so good. It's such a brilliant homage to the original one. Mine's a little faded, and unfortunately I did break the tail off during the review that I did on him. And again, I'm just going to copy the fantastic homage that we can do here with the Target Masters. So we can fold these out. We've got the 5mm pegs on the underside of each of the wings. Now you've got a couple of choices where you want to put that, because there's two holes there, and there's another little gimmick I'm going to show you in a minute which is in the instructions, but I don't remember seeing much about it. There you go. There is again exact replica in it. It's just bigger, more updated, and just better. You can in fact put this little lower as well, so there you go. So that evens them up. And then of course you can combine the two, whether or not you want to do it just like this. It will be way better when we get them. Oh no, you can't fit it underneath. In a robot mode they'll be much more better. With this though, what we're going to do, we're going to combine these now, and then what you can do, if you come to the back of the jet, if you just carefully just lift this bit up slightly, you can open the feet back up like this. You can still attach everything, and then you've got some cutouts here, and you've got the back of his feet which are there, and these will then fit into the back of the jet like so. And then you've got, like, I suppose like a turbo boosting engine, and of course you can attach all of the blast effects to it as well. And again, you've got the two choices of where you want to locate it. I wonder if you could actually then take this out and then make it sort of part of the jet, to be honest. I don't know if you'd want to do that, but you can, and I've just worked out that you can. Or of course, yeah, you can take it out and then you can have one of the Target Masters on the roof and then spin that round. Now that looks a little better actually. There you go. Wouldn't even have thought of doing that. Maybe if you fold this over as well now. Yeah, and of course you can add more and more stuff to it, because it's, again, the point of these, the 5mm holes, means you can do loads of things with it. Not much more to say about the alternate mode, apart from, as you can see, it looks stunning. Let's come back in robot mode for the final time for some comparisons and some display ideas. Okay, then back for the final time with him in his robot mode, and the main reason for that, as I say, is that's the way I'm going to be choosing to display him. Now let's have a quick look how we can indeed put Sunbeam and Zigzag into being actually used as Target Masters. So again, they are nice and basic, but the detail on them I haven't really shown you is really good, to be honest. And as I said, they are perfect homages to the original ones that we've got here. So let's have a quick look at them so you can see exactly what I mean. The other ones, the original ones, didn't have articulation as well, and I know that obviously some people would rather have the articulation, but I'd rather have them with no articulation than not have them at all. And I think if that's the compromise we've got to make, then that's the one that I'm more than happy to have, to be honest. So let's just move the original ones out of the way, and let's fold the guns out. Oh, brand new, and it's of course quite tight to get inside the fist. There you go. Ooh, balance for me for a second, and of course let's take Zigzag. And as we've already seen in lots of pictures and stuff, these are highly poseable, very much so. There's loads of movement around in there. I need that to stay back in for me. That's it. Just again, brilliant figure, absolutely brilliant. How does he size wise compare to Hotshot? I mean, look how much taller he is than Hotshot. I suppose if anything, even though it wasn't really a visor in G1, it was just mainly due to the transformation. You can see you can lift that up and down, so it's not really a visor, so it's not really missing it. Oh, it looks great, and he looks really good up against him. So what I was on about earlier with the fact that you can combine them as well, of course, in these modes, it's much better. You can put them either way. You can see they've both got 5mm holes on the top. Do you know what? Here's an idea. Let's see if this works then. I'm sure it probably will. They're both the same. So let's, if I put that on the top there. Now let's do exactly the same. You can see that they're the same then. And it should work because these are 5mm ports. Yep, there you go. So we can wield both sets of Target Masters. And of course, because he's got the 5mm ports on the shoulders, and on the legs. You can really start to go to town and put loads of accessories on if you wanted to. I'm just going to leave them like that and have a proper play with them later. There's not much more to say. I mean, you can obviously tell that I think he's fantastic. Slightly biased, if I've got to be honest, due to the fact that he is a G1 homage, but just looks really, really good. And as you can see, he does display really well, and he's much bigger than the other deluxe figure that we've got at the moment released in this particular toy line. Well, let me know what you think of him in the comments, guys. Take care.